Incorporate telemetry to keep a DevOps tools list in check. A presentation by Tammy, Aaron, James, and Andrea. Our study case organization already made a transition to the DevOps standards, but at a certain point in time they lost control of the DevOps tools used by their developers. On one side, they wanted to better integrate telemetry with application development. However, they came across the following problems. Their developers use so many Java DevOps tools to customize applications and track metrics that eventually it's getting very difficult to keep everything organized. Also, their focus on telemetry and technology to mitigate application problems leads the developers to implement a new tool whenever an old tool is not capable to fix a given problem. Finally, the generous implementation of tools and telemetry systems is generating a lot of data without providing value to the work. So, how can they take control of their telemetry and use it to benefit their company as a whole? In the next slides, we will describe some possible solutions to answer this question.
One thing that we would like to demonstrate is the importance of a centralized telemetry infrastructure. Even though at this point in time the company has lots of tools that are collecting metrics, the bad part is that not everyone is able to find the information they need or even extrapolate the information that they're looking for. So as we move and show the importance of a centralized area where we can centralize the logs, we can transform in the metrics that every department can use, collecting information from the deployment pipeline, from the production pipeline, and showing them how we can take the limited amount of tools that we will offer, that they can statistically analyze this information to improve operations. But also let them understand that as part of the daily work, we will continually strive to improve our tools so that our metrics and our telemetry can always be better and capture all that important information that we need.
Once the organization has set up a centralized telemetry infrastructure and organized the data in a human-readable format, they need to take it one step further. They need to make the data widely available so across the organization, everyone will be able to see and solve problems. When people need information about any part of the system, it should be easily obtainable without the need to wait for someone else to provide it for them. This could be accomplished through self-service APIs and information radiators. These information radiators might include a website where team members can see aggregated data. It might also be useful to display telemetry data in highly visible locations so everyone can see the health of the system at a glance.
The organization is doing a good job of creating a lot of telemetry data, but that data is going to waste. One possible solution could be to have data aggregation software organize it automatically to be human readable. Now, one example of this is in defensive security, such as in web application firewall work or network management. In this setup, we don't have analysts looking at individual systems for individual events. Such a thing would be hilariously expensive. Instead, and ineffective as well. Instead, we use tools which organize log file data. For instance, Splunk is a great black magic example of organizing logging files, which are immense, verbose, and nigh on unintelligible to a human being, to recognize potential threats and events and categorize them but in whatever way fits the organization best. This is a characteristic of a software such as this, that it is customizable to the point where it can actually be useful to the organization.
So we have learned that a long list of DevOps tools can become a burden for an organization. However, implementing telemetry can simplify the tooling and prevent developers from working redundantly on similar problems. On one side, telemetry increases the ability to predict problems and decreases the mean time to resolve incidents. On the other side, a centralized telemetry infrastructure to which all the DevOps tools submit telemetry data by using dedicated API will simplify the collection and retrieval of information by highlighting what, why, and where the problem was generated, and by making available all that information for everyone in the company.